Hello and welcome to Roster Review, episode number 2. I'm T and I'm going to be taking a look at some Counter-Strike rosters, then pretending to know what I'm talking about. A huge shout out to Adam Zelinka for composing all of these different rosters. I do love it when someone does all the hard work for me, so appreciate it, Adam. Remember, if you have any hypothetical rosters you want me to take a look at, discuss and evaluate, leave them in the comments and I'll try to get to them in, well, hopefully the next episode. Let's start with a roster that exists and has been signed. So that will be Fun plus Phoenix. So the roster is comprised of Zen, Maiden, Farlig, or Farley as I've heard some people pronounce it, Stiko, and then recently just come over from Mousesports, Chris J. This team ain't that great, let's be honest. It's the core of that God-sent roster we'd seen for a while, who had the occasional promising outburst, I guess. But I don't see how Chris J really improves things. If anything, he muddies up the roles a little bit. I know he played a great entry/support on rifles back when Mousesports started Woxic, but I'm not sure I think that much of this team. Do they belong in Meh, or do they belong in NACS? That's the real question.
2 hours later.
I'll put them in Meh. Again, they have some real star potential and some pretty solid rifle play. It's just a question of what they can do combined together and given enough time. I think 10th to 20th is a realistic expectation. Up next we have the Villamix. So, not entirely sure what to call them. Basically it's ex-MIBR plus Henum. So that makes a roster of KNG, TRK, Leo Drunky, Henum, Lukasum, and then on the bench as the 6th man is VSM. This team could be amazing. I mean, we saw this team without Henum do a pretty decent job of competing at Flashpoint Season 2. Got some good wins, but ultimately lacked a little bit of championship pedigree to really take themselves the entire way. Henum brings a lot of firepower, something that I'm quite excited to witness. But I don't think this takes them into the elite contention. They're still missing a real superstar player, or at least a more consistent elite play from guys like TRK and KNG. They're going into top 10. Of all the teams I have in solid top 10 right now, they are the most volatile. They could easily drop as far down as NACS potentially if things go wrong, but also it's not unrealistic to expect them to maybe make it into elite contenders. So for now, solid top 10. Possibilities are endless for this team. Okay, so this creation from Mr. Zelinka is interesting. It's sort of a mishmash of what's left in the Danish scene. So 3 of the guys from Mad Lions in Shush, Roy and Refresh, and then 2 guys who just got removed from North, so AZ and MSL. I assume he wants to put this team at Mad Lions, but when I decided on the team logo I was going to use for this, I had no clue those 3 guys were still on Mad Lions. So I've instead called them the Hot Dog Mix. If you know, you know. So what do I think of this? Shush, Roy and Refresh all have incredibly high peaks. But their average is... Let's just put it this way. None of them are all-star level. You know, none of them look ready for that leap into Tier 1. So I don't see them as elite contenders. AZ has been playing decently as a support player in every team he's been playing on for the last 2-3 years. But he's not been that good. MSL keeps getting kicked from every team, and I assume he's going to be the AWPer in this one. I think this team lacks firepower, to be honest. Consistent firepower. Especially offline. Yeah. It's not that great. It's not an ACS. I'll put them at the top end. I'll put them in the bottom end, actually, of Meh. They'll be happy to attend some events. They'll probably win like DreamHack Summer because no one of any high standing really attends those events anyway. So they'll mop up some decent Tier 2 event wins, but not really ready for the elite events. Finally, we have this French team of Maka, well, French-speaking team, to be fair. Maka, Jax, Haji, Kioz, and Lucky. Yeah, no. It's just a group of rejects who weren't good enough to make it onto the top teams in France. Yeah, nah. I don't see it. I'd rather have that fucking Ents team than that. Not quite garbage. There's some serviceable pieces. Haji is not completely inept. Jax showed some pretty good things when he was playing on G2, but this specific 5-man group is just... it's lukewarm. It's nothing. Now, of course, if you think I'm completely wrong and out of the loop or just an idiot in general, you can tell me that in the comments. And you can tell me where you'd put all these teams, if you think you'd put them higher, lower, or you could also tell me if you think I'm right. Not that any of you probably will. Be sure to leave me more rosters for next time. Feel free to get crazy with it. I mean, none of these have to be realistically viable, let's be honest. We're just here to review some shit, have some fun, and see what comes. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video. That's all for this one. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.